This episode of the Halloween podcast is brought to you by Acorns, the app that invests your change automatically. If you're like me, you have zero inside of your savings for future you. What Acorns does is rounds up all of your debit card purchases and invests that change for you automatically. I got started months ago and my account is slowly growing for future me. I didn't even notice it coming out of my bank account. It's that subtle. Support the Halloween podcast by signing up using our link. You get a $5 sign-on bonus, and so do we. Just go to thehalloweenpodcast.com/acorns, click on the banner, and get signed up. That's thehalloweenpodcast.com/acorns. Now let's get the show started. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez, and it's official. We are 1 week into our 31 show countdown to Halloween. I've been doing it for 7 days now, and I hope I've been bringing some awesome Halloween memories for you guys. If I haven't, then I'm sure I'm going to with this one. Do you remember Nick or Treat? You can't be a 90s Nickelodeon kid if you don't remember Nick or Treat. I do remember it, but it's very, very small memories. I don't think that it was something I watched every year, but I do remember catching it now and again, probably in between like All Real Monsters or something. I don't remember what I was watching on Nickelodeon. For what I could remember, I thought it was pretty awesome. I wanted to be on it so badly, but I never got to be. If you're listening to this and you were on it, please let me know. That would be awesome. I'd love to talk to you about it. We don't have DirecTV anymore or cable. We normally just watch everything on Roku. So the Disney Channel or Nickelodeon isn't really watched by my kids. So I don't know if these channels go all out on Halloween like they used to. I feel like things like Nick or Treat really need to be in children's lives. There's a lot of stuff that kids should have that they don't anymore. I have a feeling that the stuff I'm about to name out from our childhood is the reasons why we love the 90s so much. I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with like the McDonald's advertising that we used to have, the Nick or Treat stuff, of course, the Burger King Kids Club, the Fox Kids Club, Saturday morning cartoons, special TV blocks like TGIF. I can go on and on about all of the stuff that made the 90s great, but the kids today, they just don't have that stuff. That stuff doesn't exist anymore. So 30 years from now, my kids won't really, I don't think they'll have anything nostalgic that they can look back at and be like, oh yeah, I remember that from my childhood. I guess it's my job as a parent to make sure that their nostalgic memories are my nostalgic memories. So yeah, I went on this whole nostalgic thing that I completely forgot what I was talking about. But that's okay. I'm talking about Nick or Treat. So apparently this ran from 1985, the year I was born, to 2002. I think I was a junior in high school at the time. I honestly don't remember them doing this for that long. It was a special Halloween block on the Nickelodeon channel. It would air in between commercial breaks or whatever show you were watching. Probably Hey Arnold or All Real Monsters. Love those two. This was a quick like game show segment. It only lasted a few minutes, but they were pretty fun. The game show was hosted by different personality hosts played by the same character actor, Fred Newman. Some of the characters were Radar the Bat or Joey the Werewolf, a hunchback person, Pumpkin the Jack-o'-lantern. Fred Newman was the one who played all of these things in the block. So on the game show itself, a kid would be on the phone and would have to pick between 6 different houses to choose from. It's like a virtual trick-or-treat almost. They will tell the host what house they want to go to. The host would make some witty remarks, and off they went on the virtual screen. When they got to the house, the kid on the phone would have to push a button to ring the doorbell, which I think was just for them to... I think they just had to push a number on the touchstone dial, and that's what activated the opening door. When the door opened, it would be a character from the Nicktoon All Real Monsters that would tell them that they don't have a prize for them. And if there was an actual prize at that house, a talking jack-o'-lantern would tell them what it was. The kid on the phone would choose from 6 houses to visit. They had 40 seconds to visit as many houses as they could. But from what I can remember, they never really went past 3. I don't think there's just not enough time for you to go to more than 3 houses in 40 seconds. I'm not sure though, so we'll find out later. On their virtual run, there would be obstacles like ghosts to go around the kid. The kid would win all sorts of prizes like Sega Genesis, TVs, Nickelodeon merchandise, and more. The game show was sponsored by McDonald's, of course, because they had their hand in everything in the 90s, and Play School. That was basically it. They brought Nick or Treat back in 2015 to be played on the Splat, which is the Nickelodeon throwback to the 90s segments that they have on the channel. Most of the information that I could find is from the 1994-1995 year season, however you want to categorize it. I did, however, find this fandom page with a little bit more information on all of the years that Nick or Treat ran. Before I get into that, I want to share this commercial from 1992, which I thought was a lot of fun. Brought back a lot of memories. Here it is.
Nick doesn't care where it is.
Nick or Treat.
Nick doesn't care how old it is.
Nick or Treat.
Nick doesn't care what size it is. Just make sure you answer it.
Nick or Treat.
If Nick calls you this Halloween, over 2,500 phones will ring. So get an entry form at participating McDonald's or send a postcard with your name, address, age, and of course phone number to Nick or Treat Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 4974, Orlando, Florida 32802. If we call and you answer,
Nick or Treat,
you win a glow-in-the-dark Nick t-shirt, $5 in gift certificates to McDonald's, and a package of amazing fruit gummy bears. Halloween week, we'll separate the winners
Nick or Treat,
from the losers.
Jones residence.
Practice any way you want.
Nick or Treat, Nick or Treat,
Dress any way you want.
Nick or Treat,
Sit any way you want. Just make sure you answer.
Nick or Treat.
Nick or Treat is brought to you by McDonald's and Amazing Fruit Gummy Bears.
And the place where only kids win.
Nickelodeon!
You send him a postcard. You practice for weeks.
Nick or Treat,
Now it's time for
Nick or Treat.
Nick's calling 2,500 kids all this week during the Ozone and all morning on Halloween. Answer, and you'll win a glow-in-the-dark Nick t-shirt, $5 in gift certificates to McDonald's, and a package of Amazing Fruit Gummy Bears. Nick doesn't care how you sit, what you wear, who you scare. Just make sure you answer.
Nick or Treat, Nick or Treat,
Nick or Treat. Brought to you by McDonald's and Amazing Fruit Gummy Bears and
Nickelodeon!
All right, so those were from 1992. It kind of gives you a rundown as to how the promotion worked, how they found the contestants. You'd have to fill something out at McDonald's or send in a postcard with your name, address, phone number, all that good stuff. And then when you answer the phone, if they call on the certain day, you tell them, Nick or Treat, you're on the game show. All right, so let's get into this fandom page, because as I was doing more research, I kind of found different commercials to go along with some of this stuff. So on the fandom page, it says that in 1985, for the first event, the winners could spend Halloween weekend in Hollywood, California, stay at a special hotel, be driven in a limousine, and earn $500. One of the biggest part about the giveaway was going to the Berman Studios to make a costume of your own. Plus, they would earn bags of M&Ms along with Viewmaster, Gremlins, reel sets, that sort of stuff. I actually found a commercial that was from the 1985 year, so I'm going to play that right now.
So, you thought this was going to be just an ordinary Halloween. Well, this Halloween, Nickelodeon's giving away candy and a whole lot more as we unleash
Nick or Treat,
the first annual Nick or Treat Halloween giveaway. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, get your two best friends, and get your parents.
Parents?
Because you're spending Halloween weekend in Hollywood. You'll fly first class to the home of the movies, live it up in the posh Sheraton Premier Hotel. You'll have a chauffeur-driven limousine and $500 to spend any way you want. Then,
welcome to the Berman Studio. And I'm Tom Berman.
Hollywood's wizard of special makeup effects on movies like Star Trek 3 and Close Encounters will transform you into almost anything. Imagine a Halloween costume so fantastic even your mother won't know you.
Nick or treat! Nick or treat!
Plus, you and your friends will each get a Viewmaster Gremlin gift set and your weight in delicious milk chocolate M&M. Melt in your mouth, not in your costume candy. To win, send a postcard with your name, address, age, and phone to Nick or Treat, GPO Box 2726, New York, New York 10116, and get it here by October 15th. You gotta be 16 or under to enter. 100 runners-up get Viewmaster Gremlin gift sets. Enter now and win. It's Nickelodeon's biggest contest ever.
That was an awesome commercial. But on the fandom page, there's a couple of dates that are missing, like 1986 is missing, 87 is missing. There's probably not much known about those years or if Nickelodeon even did this promotion those years, but I think in a commercial we just saw, it says that this was a yearly thing. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we just don't know anything. No commercials have popped up yet from those years. But in 1988... all that is known from that event is that 1,000 winners could get a Count Duckula comic and one of the toys from Play School's Definitely Dinosaurs toy line. The sponsor for this year was Dolly Surprise by Play School. I did find a commercial for this year, so here it is.
Nick or treat!
That's how you should be answering your phone all morning if your postcard is in and you want to be one of 1,000 lucky winners. But don't just sit there waiting for your phone to ring. Keep watching for Halloween episodes of your favorite shows. It's a Nick or Treat Saturday today. Brought to you by Play School's Dolly Surprise and Nickelodeon, the only network for you.
All right, let's move on to 1989. So for this year, there was 2,001 winners versus 1,000 from the previous year. And you can stay in Arizona and ride in the 1990 Sunkist Fiesta Bowl Parade, which I've never heard of. But if you would have won in 1989, you can definitely be in this parade. So here is a commercial for that year.
Last Halloween, Nickelodeon called 1,000 Nick or Treat winners. This year, we'll call 2,001. To enter, send a postcard with your name, age, address, and don't forget phone number to Nick or Treat, P.O. Box 9070, Smithtown, New York 11787. Then on Saturday morning, October 28th, answer your phone.
Nick or treat! I know, but where's the phone?
Answer Nick or Treat, and you could be the grand prize winner of a trip to Arizona, where you'll ride in the Sunkist Fiesta Bowl Parade. 2,000 other kids will win friendship bracelets and dog tags.
Honey, I'll get it. Mom, no! Nick or treat! I won!
Nickelodeon, the place where only kids win. To enter the Nick or Treat contest, send a postcard with your name, age, address, and don't forget phone number to Nick or Treat, P.O. Box 9070, Smithtown, New York 11787. Then October 28th, answer your phone Nick or Treat, and if we call, you win.
All right, so those two commercials were from the 1989 year. Let's go to 1990. This one doesn't even have anything on the fandom page, so I'm assuming they either didn't do it or they don't know anything about the 1990 year. So let's go to 1991. On the fandom page, it says that very little is known about the 1991 year. However, I did find a commercial for this year, and here it is.
Don't say it here.
Nick or treat?
Don't say it here.
Cranberries. Nick or treat?
Only on Saturday morning, October 26th, if Nickelodeon calls you, can you say
Nick or treat?
and win.
Yes!
Because it's that time of year again. And this year, 1,000 winners will receive a Nickelodeon glow-in-the-dark slumber bag from Coleman. $10 worth of Pizza Hut pizzas and more just by answering their phone.
Trick or treat!
If you want a chance to win, send a postcard with your name, address, age, and don't forget phone number to Nick or Treat Contest, Box 4999, Orlando, Florida 32802. So don't get yourself in trouble.
And who discovered America? Trick or treat!
Send in a postcard on Saturday, October 26th. You might just get a chance to say
Trick or treat!
and win.
I won! All right! Yeah.
Nick or Treat is brought to you by Pizza Hut, Capri Sun 100% natural fruit drinks, and the place where only kids win, Nickelodeon.
So here we go to the year 1992. I already played the commercials for these earlier, but for the whole week during the O-Zone and on Halloween morning, 2,500 winners could get a glow-in-the-dark Nickelodeon t-shirt, $5 in McDonald's gift certificates. Remember those. Now we have gift cards. A package of Amazing Fruit gummy bears. I do remember those, and I think I actually liked them. But during that week, if someone visited McDonald's, she could say, Nick sent me, and would earn a free Amazing Fruit gummy bears packet. That's pretty cool. The sponsor for this year were McDonald's and Amazing Fruit gummy bears. So that was 1992. From here on out, we're going to start getting into more information because the mid or so 90s was the time where a lot of the information is from. So in 1993, the winners won a glow-in-the-dark Nickelodeon t-shirt and $10 in McDonald's gift certificates. I think the previous year was $5, so they doubled their prize. I wasn't able to find a commercial for this year, so let's go on to 1994 and 1995. I don't think I found a commercial for this one either. What I think I found was a lot of the segments that happened. I think in the previous years there was a couple of segments floating here or there. I think in 1993 there was another segment, but I'm going to get into the segments a little bit later on. So 1994, 95, Nick or Treat was their biggest Nick or Treat year. The event was done in the form of a game show filmed live at Nickelodeon Studios, which is cool. The host, here we go. The host was Fred Newman, of course. I already said all of this information. So one thing that I did find that was very interesting was in the 1994 year, a Nickelodeon grab bag with multiple items were in it, including a Are You Afraid of the Dark CD-ROM. Now, I don't remember this at all. I mean, I kind of remember that there was something floating around CD-ROM-wise. I mean, I'm talking CD-ROM, like everyone remembers what those are. They're basically the discs for the game, like for the computer. So you would pop it in, it'd be the games. And I don't remember there ever being an Are You Afraid of the Dark one. I kind of really want to find one now, see if I can track one down somewhere. But in 1995, they gave out a lot of VHS tapes for All Real Monsters. I remember seeing that. The Sega Genesis was a prize too. So they did a lot of good stuff in the 1994-1995 year. And then it also says that it was brought back in the 2015 year with the Splat. And the sponsor for the 3 years were McDonald's and Play School. So in 1996, there was nothing to be seen. They probably got played out with the 93, 94, 95 years. So in 1997, on October 25th, the winners could earn an All Real Monsters prize package. Couldn't find any commercials for the 1997 year. For the next couple of years, I wasn't able to find anything at all, really. In 1999, the event was used with the short-lived blocked 101 Whiz Bang with Henry and June, which I have zero memory of. In 1999, I think I was going into high school, so no more Nickelodeon and all of that stuff. I didn't really think of it, but during some of the show blocks, spooky images would be hitting in the episodes. These included like bats, ghosts, skulls, spiders, witch heads, that sort of stuff. So I'm assuming the game was a little bit different in the 1999 year. So on the fandom page, there's nothing else except for in the year 2002, but I did find a commercial for the 2000 year. So here it is.
This Halloween, you can win a party with some of your favorite Nickelodeon characters and Nabisco snacks if you enter the Nabisco Nick or Treat sweepstakes. For free entry, send self-addressed stamped envelope here or look for specially marked Nabisco packages. Many will enter. One will win.
And in the year 2002, winners could spend Halloween with some of the cast members of All That and a vault of 7,800 Hershey's chocolate bars. 500 winners could also win 78 more bars when called on October 26th. The sponsor for this year obviously was Hershey's. So that's it. That's everything on the fandom page for Nick or Treat. So I do want to show you a commercial that I found from the new and improved 2015 year. So there's a little bit of a difference between the old ones and this new one. So check it out.
This Halloween, before you trick or treat in your neighborhood, Nick or Treat in ours. Starting October 21st, text Nick or Treat to 91757 or email Nick or Treat to splatsweepstakes@nick.com for your chance to be one of 8 to play and win shockingly great prizes. Or be tricked by neighbors from another dimension. And if your phone rings on October 28th, don't forget to answer with
Nick or Treat!
For a chance to go cyber door to cyber door in 40 fright-filled seconds and make your childhood dreams come true. See official rules at bit.ly.com/splatrules. No purchase necessary. Many will enter, few will win.
You can totally hear the differences because you no longer have to send in postcards. You can now text that type of stuff. And the music, of course, is obviously different. I didn't know that this was happening in 2015, and if I did, I probably would have been one of those adults that sent in all of my kids would have done it from their phones just so we can see if we can win anything. But the prizes on the commercial look like it was stuff from like the 90s, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Halloween podcast. I hope you enjoyed all of these memories of Nick or Treat. I hope it's still going on today, which I'm not sure. I didn't really go into to see if it was still happening. But if it isn't, it really should, especially with all of the social distancing stuff going on now. This would have been a perfect time for Nickelodeon to bring back Nick or Treat the way it needs to be. If you're having fun with It's a 90s Halloween Countdown, please show us some support by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Those do help more than you think. You can also support the show by going to our Patreon page at patreon.com/thehalloweenpod. And trust me, all donations go to help with hosting throughout the year, and with how many shows I put out in October, the hosting does get a little bit more expensive. So if you want some bonus content and you want the Halloween podcast to continue, go ahead and go to the Patreon page. Give us a monthly donation. Anything above $5 gets you a lot of extra bonus content. So go there, patreon.com/thehalloweenpodcast, and help us out. Oh, and one thing I keep forgetting, if you leave us a 5-star review and want the Halloween podcast sticker, just go ahead and take a screenshot of your review and email it to thehalloweenpodcast@gmail.com, and I will go ahead and get one of these stickers out to you. And they're a lot of fun. It was done by Brian, a good friend of the show. He donated his time, and the sticker, I think, came out awesome. You can find me on Twitter at @TheHalloweenPod. So, guys, I hope you're enjoying this trip down memory lane. I'm surely enjoying doing all the research and getting into the Halloween spirit. So, I will see you guys again tomorrow for another episode, and have a good night.